Hello and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. This is our Cove challenge playthrough with Eovacius, with the usual rules: no town portal, tier 5 spells, resurrection, etc. The rules are all now in the description. The plan for today is pretty simple. We want to finish clearing out the rest of our biome here and push towards the road break. If you are enjoying the series so far, by the way, as I've not said this for a while, please do sub to the channel and like the video. It really does help a lot. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, we're going to want to make sure that Eovacius gets this +1 defense, because he currently has 0, or had 0. And we also want to give him a bird, so that he's a little bit faster for next turn. And otherwise, we can really just push on with Taurusar. I don't actually want to be taking out these gnolls with Taurusar. I really want to be saving those for Eovacius. And likewise for the Medusa stores, I probably want to be taking that with Eovacius, pack of war unicorns. Probably most of these fights I want to be taking with Eovacius realistically, just from an XP point of view, if nothing else. So, I think I'll push Taurusar up to here, because he'll be fine to take out this crypt for us next time, and he can still drop off troops. Otherwise, Eovacius just wants to move as far as he can up here, which actually isn't very far. Dargen wants to pick up 2k for us. And we've got Frost Ring here, that's fine. Dargen, I guess, we can just start coming this way so we can use him as a chain hero. And Lena probably just wants to pick up units for us. We are going to want the Maelstrom this week, which is 15,000, but we'll get another 10,000 before the end of the week just from our income. So we should be able to spend about 12,000 on troops, which should mean we can get our witches and our nixes. And that should be fine. I think Lena can move her way up this way now. Can't quite drop a Stormbird off to Eovacius, which is a shame. But let's pop Lena around here so she can be a good go-between for our troops. And Zilair probably, I guess. I mean, we might use him as a chain hero up here, but I think more usefully is we just move back up to this crystal warehouse and we start picking up everything as a chain on the next week there. So Casametra has already visited everything here, so again, we're probably just going to move her up and use her as part of our chains. And Andal actually hasn't visited the knowledge, so we'll visit that on the way past. I'm going to double check what we've got in the black market and then send him off to the water wheel, I think. So I'm not going to be building anything. I could build the resource silo, which would be useful in the longer term, but it's just not worth the gold at the moment. Likewise, I could upgrade the shack, which I think I'm actually going to do. Let's upgrade the shack. At least we can then recruit men of the sea. Okay, so Eovacius is realistically going to want to move up here, but to start with I think we let Lena give these troops across. And we can just build these Stormbirds into one stack. Send one... oh no, we want to send one of these and then move everything else back across. I think we're fine not to take the Sea Witches. I think they should be absolutely fine. So, Taurusar can take these Gnoll Marauders out. I'd like to save the XP for Eovacius, but I need to be a little bit more efficient with my army use. Great, so we'll take Earth Magic for Taurusar. 1500 gold, which is fine. And Lena can now drop everything back off to Eovacius. So let's swap armies and artifacts. Eovacius should be able to take this fight relatively trivially even, and we'll go upwards so we can take out this Medusa stores as well. Okay. I mean, 2 pirates, I think that's pretty acceptable. We have got 69 mana though, so we might be able to do better than that. And I guess we wait on the clones. And Nyx's just absolutely crush everything there, which surprises me a bit. I mean, Nyx's are good, but I didn't necessarily expect that. Okay, so we only lost some clones, that's fine. Pathfinding's not too bad, but we'll take logistics because we don't want another basic skill. And Pack of War Unicorns should be a relatively easy fight too. I mean, as long as they don't morale anyway. I think we'll cast Clone on, probably on this. No, we're going to clone our pirates instead. Let's wait on everything and hope for no morale. Let's defend. Sea Witches can hit the bottom stack, reduce their defense. And we'll just reduce these stacks down as much as possible. I think that should do it. Yeah, and this should be the last one. Great. Okay, so that's some free XP. We're not going to take the Dragonfly Hive, obviously, because we don't take Dragonfly Hives due to the rules. And we can still take out these gnolls. Yep, shouldn't lose anything there at all. Lena can come and grab everything except the birds. These are the faster birds. Yeah, these are the acids. Cool. So I think this should be fine. We'll keep the items on because we want the Necklace of Swiftness for extra movement next turn. And otherwise Lena's good to just kind of sit where she is. She can pick up these resources for us though. She might as well, given that she's not got loads else extra to do. And Taurusar, I'm going to want somewhere up here, so let's start moving him up this way. Zalair, I just want to sit there for the rest of the week, which, you know, seems like a bit of a waste of movement, and maybe it is. Ring of Vitality, that's actually really good. I really would actually like to pick up some of these artifacts, but I think they're just too expensive. Well, we've got the gold. I'm just going to build our Maelstrom, so at least that's starting to produce now. It's always a bit wasteful doing it at this point in the week, but I don't think we have a huge amount otherwise to do, so I think it's fine. And Casametra can be our hero that runs back to town. I'll upgrade this bird for her as well, so she's a bit faster. Andal just wants to be moving back towards this water wheel. And Dargem likewise just wants to be, I mean, I guess coming through here. We really need to break out into the map so we can see a little bit more and make a bit more movement, useful movement anyway. Okay, so I think we're good to end the turn. We'll come up to day 7. And let's swap everything back onto Eovacius. Got a Ring of Life there, which is actually pretty good because our units are quite low health. Yeah, I mean, losing one is quite acceptable there. Do I need Earth Magic is the question, because we've banned most of the decent spells for Earth Magic. Does still allow Mass Slow, Mass Shield and things, so maybe we do just take Earth Magic. Armor of Wonder, nice. That's actually really, really nice from a graveyard. Brilliant. I'm happy with that. Pack of Corsairs, we should just be able to make Flee. Yep, so we'll do that. And we'll take the Ring of Life. It's, yeah, again, pretty useful when we've got such low health units. That actually gives us a pretty significant boost to our power overall. And we can also take a horde of crewmates without too many problems. Yeah, let's engage them. Oof. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I should have just taken the auto combat, it turns out. Yeah, I lost a bird instead, so that really wasn't worth it. Lots of Crusaders, some stats, some big fights that we don't really want to be doing at this point, so yeah, I think we stay above ground. Where's Lena and how far can she go? importantly. Expert Estates, absolutely, we will take that. And Dargem should actually be able to reach us here even if we take out these gargoyles. I don't actually remember if gargoyles can morale or not. I think they can. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that though. Just also wanted to say a quick shout out to one of my subscribers who regularly comments, which I really do appreciate, especially as he always gives pretty good feedback, and that's William Herbert. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate your feedback genuinely. It really makes a big difference. Okay, so Lena still has all of our Stormbirds, which actually isn't ideal. It's not really what we wanted. But that's okay. Dargem can still swap these over. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. We've got the Stormbirds now on Eovacius. He might as well grab the XP here, I suppose. And likewise, Dargem can grab the XP here next turn. As can Lena. Although she already has Expert Estates, so kind of got the XP that we wanted from her, but doesn't hurt to build her up a little bit. And on day 7, so I guess we actually send Torosar somewhere around here-ish, so that he's ready to ferry troops if we need him to. And Casametra can go back to town and we'll upgrade this one Stormbird. Fantastic. Okay, Thieves Guild would be good to build. It's only 500 gold, so do you know what, let's just build it. It definitely makes things more interesting if we can see what they're up to. So let's have a look. Okay, so we haven't got loads of really high stat heroes yet. Thane's looking pretty strong, as is Edric with pink. Actually, these heroes aren't looking too bad. If you compare it to how my main hero's looking, he's stronger, but not by loads actually. So that's actually quite encouraging. It always makes for a much more interesting game if the AI actually have a reasonable amount of stats. Zelair's just staying where he is for now. Andal is just visiting this water wheel, so he's there at the start of next week. Casametra's ready to move some units. Shouldn't have actually moved her, but it doesn't matter this time. And is a sea serpent faster than the bird? No, I didn't think it was. Cool. So Torosar's in the right spot, and so is everybody else, so I think we can just end the turn there. Ooh. Wow, okay, I didn't expect to see a pink hero so quickly. Very weak pink hero, but also one of my pirates that I would have liked to pick up, which, you know, is not ideal. I mean, offense is a great skill. Ideally, I want Diplo on Eovacius, which he does get really reasonably often. Okay, so Dargem can replace this. Basic scouting, kind of an essential for any of our secondary heroes, realistically. So let's give the army back to Eovacius, and he can take out a horde of Wolf Riders without any problems. Yep. And we'll move up to grab this spell power. I guess we do grab spell power. Tempting to grab knowledge. We're going to grab knowledge actually this time. These armadillos we will take for XP, if nothing else. And we just hope they don't morale. Maybe I'll just save the mana. I don't think I necessarily need to use the mana here. And yeah, I think we can just defend on these. And we can wait, lower their defense, and then shoot. And just smack them with the Nixes. There's no need to wait for the pirates at this point, I suppose. Hopefully these will flee. They do. Good, we don't want to fight those. And likewise, I guess, lots of orcs. We don't particularly want to fight those either. And Lena, I guess, can move here, which means, yeah, that'll be quicker for Dargem to reach. And who has more movement, Lena or Dargem? Lena, it turns out. Okay, so that means Dargem wants to be picking up these resources for us, and then not getting himself in the way. Lena wants to be the one we move up this way, so that she can take Eovacius' troops next turn. So she can still move to here, so if Eovacius moves here... no, we're not going to engage the orcs either. So let's send Lena down. We'll swap the armies. So she has an acid. And we don't need to swap the artifacts, so that's fine. So let's move on slightly with Eovacius. Armadillo's blocking our main town path, which could be a bit of a pain. Okay, I think that's as much as we can take. We should be able to take some armadillos with this, though, I think. Yeah, I think we should be able to. Yeah, we'll just leave those then. We don't really want to be fighting them if we don't have to. And Taurusar can then swap the armies over. He'll take some of these too. And he might as well take these spare artifacts as well. Okay. I wonder why Taurusar doesn't get... yeah, it doesn't make them flee. It looks like it's pretty much the same number of armadillos as the other stack was. And new round, so I guess we can just slow this big stack. Wait on everything else. And might as well reduce the defense on this one too. Let's just defend, and shoot. I guess we still just want to defend here. We can wait with all of these. Okay, we've got Disrupting Ray and Weakness on these, which is great. I mean, I think if we just move up with our Nixes, then they're fine there. So let's defend, and we'll shoot this top stack. And I don't think we should lose a bird here. Yeah, we don't lose a bird, so that's fine. In which case, we'll just move our birds up to the top and shoot this stack here. Shoot this stack with our sorceresses. And I think this should be fine. I shouldn't lose any Nixes here, I don't think. Even with morale, so that's good. Okay, perfect. Well done, Taurusar. So, Taurusar can move back up this way. Pick up resources for us. And he can't quite go anywhere else, but that's fine too. So, let's see how far we can actually get. Oh, double armadillo stack there. That's pretty unusual. It's only a couple of % chance. I can't remember the exact percentage, but it's only a couple of % chance for that to happen. So we've picked up the gold here. Let's go and get these birds next turn. Nothing urgent to build in our town. I mean, Mage Guild 2, I guess, would be a useful thing to build in the longer term, so let's just build it. And we get Astra in our tavern, who's actually quite decent. Maybe we get, maybe we do get Astra. Or at least she comes with some army. She's not actually that decent, to be fair. But we'll pick her up potentially next turn, I guess. Okay, so I think that's good to end the turn already. Taurusar, I guess, wants to just be sending everything across to Lena. And might as well pick up the gold, because it'll help us pay for these crewmates. Which is debatable whether it's even worth picking up, actually, but I think I'll pick them up anyway. And then we want to be giving the army to Eovacius. And I think that's perfect. So Eovacius can go all the way this way. Take out lots of harpies. Yep. And then we should be able to take out this crypt reasonably easily too. Water magic, obviously we want on Eovacius. Sort of goes without saying, I suppose. But I'll say it anyway. And we've got Casametra here, who can actually make Eovacius fast for next turn, so let's do that. And swap the army over. Send back the Acids. Great, okay. So we've got a nice quick Taurusar for next turn. Casametra can also go and visit this water wheel for us, because why not? We need it visited. And Darjum, I suppose. We're actually going to need to take this out if we want to be travelling to this water wheel. So maybe we just skip that water wheel for now. We've still got plenty of things we can go and pick up. Which means that Darjum's most useful thing to do is probably just to run over this way, so that he can swap some army round. Again, Lena we probably want here-ish. And Taurusar. Again, I guess Taurusar could still be a useful chain hero, so let's just move him with the rest of them. And then we've got Andal, we'll pick up these birds. We've kind of visited everything else, so we'll just start moving up with these birds, I think. We haven't visited this Marletto, actually, but we'll leave that. So we're all good. I don't think there's anything we really need to build straight away. That said, resource silo in the long term is good. Might as well get it starting to produce as early as possible, so let's just do that. And I think we're good, even though Lena can move very slightly. Okay, so Eovacius just really wants to be picking up this army. Casametra in the meantime can just go and visit this water wheel, so at least that's done. And Eovacius can go and do our road break here. Well, I'm not sure this... No, it isn't actually our road break. This is our road break, these lizard warriors. And apparently I lose a bird. I don't think I really should. But it would also be good to upgrade these storm birds into acids. Let's hit the top stack, reduce its defense. Oh, apparently one shot the bottom stack, so that's fine. I think I underestimated how many troops I actually had there. No, we don't want to engage a throng of lizard men at all. But we do almost certainly want to take out a throng of trogs with the Eovacius. Okay, great. I think Torso does 4th level units, which is our birds, so we kind of actually do want that. And I guess we can just take the gold and the churchyard while we're here. Wow, another torso, alright. He's pretty keen on giving us the torso then in that case. Darjum probably just wants to... didn't really think about that. So let's see how much movement Lena ends up with once she's done all of this. Not very much is the answer. But it should be enough that next turn I can just clear all of this out with these heroes. Don't think I can get through here. I think this is somebody else's area. But I can clear all of this out with these heroes and then really just be sending Eovacius on his way, which is probably the way forward. Okay, so we want the gold from here, we want the resources from the windmill, and we want the resources from the water wheel as well. And I guess Andal wants to be bringing troops back to upgrade at this point, I suppose. In which case, Casametra wants to come down a bit for us. And Andal wants to be a decent portion of the way there. He doesn't need to be all the way there. Although he could be. Which I think actually does make sense. So let's do that. No, we can come back a little bit. At least he's upgraded his units now, so he'll have more movement next turn anyway. And Dargem can't do anything at all, really, until we've broken through these other Oceanids. So let's just wait here with him. And Taurusar, likewise, can't really do anything, so let's move him up here until we can bring everything through with Lena next turn. Okay, and I think we're good to end there, yeah. Okay, Eovacius has plenty of movement, which is great. First things first, we want to be beating these with Lena. No, we definitely shouldn't lose any birds. I think realistically I should be able to just wait and then smack the birds. Oh, well, don't even need to do that. Not sure why I accepted that, I didn't actually mean to, but never mind. And Lena wants some movement left for giving troops back, so we probably want to use Dargem for this. Horde of Centaurs should be relatively easy. Yep. Perfect. Definitely take basic estates. Hopefully they'll flee. We don't want to risk there being storm elementals there, really. And Taurusar can just go and take these out for us. Perfect. We can pick up the crystal, and can't quite give these back to Lena because I picked up the crystal, of course. Okay, so that means Lena can come back, and she can drop troops a reasonable distance, actually. But I think what we do instead is... Oh no, we've already got the torso with us, that's fine then. Eovacius is going to waste a tiny bit of movement here, picking up the other torso. So let's take torso and torso. We'll also make sure we've got the mana and the swiftness neck on Eovacius at least. Great, okay. So Eovacius can now drop things off to Casametra. Except that we actually forgot to send our army back. Okay, well we're going to be doing that next turn then, I guess. In which case Eovacius can swap these back. We can send these two, though, off with Casametra still. And yeah, I guess Eovacius might as well pick up these resources. Pick up our pirates here, and then go and get this water wheel. Andal has 2k movement, which is good. We don't have a huge amount to buy here. What we could do, though, is buy Astra. And our gunpowder warehouse, since we're upgrading things, we might as well. We'll also buy our Men of the Sea. And then Andal can move a little bit further up here. We don't want them moving too far, though, of course. Not the fastest units here, it is just going to be Oceanids. Well, also Sea Dogs, they're the same. So, let's move Astra to about here. We'll want Casametra somewhere up here. And we want Andal somewhere here. Great, okay, so this is going to be an extremely inefficient chain, but we'll do it anyway next turn, because I think it's still worth it. Alright, so first things first, we want to send everything back with Lena. Means Casametra wants to swap everything. And also wants to send these 2 artifacts off with Andal. And likewise, we really just want to be swapping the armies here. And then Astra can just do this. So let's give one of these to Nagash. Our 4th level units is... Oh yeah, we actually get double because Astra also has one. So that puts our bird production up to 18, which is actually pretty epic. So let's upgrade, and we can upgrade these again. We don't actually have enough gold, so we're going to trade in some resources for those. Especially as we've got an awful lot of crystal. We won't use too much mercury and gems because we don't have huge sources of those, but we do have tons of crystal, so that's fine. I think it's really important that we actually upgrade these troops though. If nothing else, so that we've got more army slots to use. And we need 2,000 gold to upgrade these Men of the Sea. Which, I mean, I think it probably is worth it. They're faster, they have higher attack and defense. They also have much more damage, 3 to 4 instead of 2 to 4. Which might not sound like a huge difference, but it is actually pretty significant. We'll use 16 of our sulfur, but we don't want to use too much, so we'll use a lot of our crystal instead, which will allow us to upgrade these Men of the Sea. Fantastic, okay. And then Astra is going to want to give these units all over again. And Andal can go and hand these off to Casametra. So let's just army swap once we've made it like that. And we also want to be giving... Let's just... Oh, no, we can't do that yet. Let's just dismiss this one unit. So that they all have faster movement points. And likewise, we want Eovacius to pick up our whole army again. It's actually looking pretty good. Over 100 sea dogs, 130 men of the sea, and pretty much 50 birds, which is actually really, really strong start. So let's hope that continues. Ice Bolt. Not the worst thing in the world. We can also pick up resources here, which is well worth us doing. But otherwise, Taurusar now can go and pick up some XP for us, why not? And Dargem, I probably just want to be sending on with Eovacius, so let's do that. Eovacius can just go through here. What have we got? Lots of steel golems, relatively easy fight. Got a Nagabank here, which could be well worth us doing, so let's do that. But first things first, let's take out these steel golems. Okay, really simple fight, so no shock that was quite easy to do. Lots of monks will probably just flee. Yep, so we don't want to take those out. And let's do the Nagabank. Okay, it was a small Nagabank, that's a shame. We could just leave all of these to pick up with Dargem, which I think is what we will do. So let's send Dargem through. And I guess maybe Lena comes through as well. In which case, we can't quite reach these Orgoy-Korkoys, so we might as well swap the armies over. Just to make Eovacius fast again. Or as fast as he's going to get. Okay. And we kind of want to be moving back towards our town. I'm not sure this resource route is actually worth us doing. Maybe it is. I mean, it's a couple of thousand gold, but it doesn't seem hugely worthwhile. So yeah, maybe we do just move back towards town. Andal, again, doesn't really have much to be doing with himself. So we could just send him on, do a bit of exploration. Although we can't get very far. Likewise with Casametra, we can't get far, but we might as well do a bit of exploring with her. And let's explore up, I guess. Or north, depending on which way you want to look at it. Astra, for now, I'm just going to sit in town, because she doesn't have a huge amount to do, and I just might as well. She'll give us the double torso bonus if I sit her in town. So it's definitely worth doing at the start of next week at the worst case scenario. And I guess we could just build MG3. What do we actually get if we build our MG3? We got Teleport, which is actually really, really useful. Mirth, which is better than I think it gets credit for. And we did actually get Lightning Bolt in our level 2, which is really great. So otherwise I think we're fine and we can just end the turn here. Lena can go and grab these next turn before she drops troops back off, I think. So that's absolutely fine. Let's just end the turn there. Oh, hold on one sec. Okay, sorry about that. I'll try and edit out the phone noise if I can. I think I should be able to though, so it should be fine. And let's just swap the army back over to Eovacius. We should be able to take this pack of Orgoi Korkoi without any issues at all. And let's hit the top stack, reduce their defense. And we'll hit the bottom stack with our pirates. Wow, okay. Okay, so that was actually even easier than I thought it would be. Okay, so what can we see down here? An experimental shop, load of sorceresses, but we probably won't go for the sorceresses since we don't have Diplo. I will kill these armadillos though, because they're only one step off the road. And there's a decent amount of XP to get for free. I guess Lena can just continue on following Eovacius here. And Casametra can do a little bit of exploring for us, which is nice. But only a little bit. That's fine. Taurosaur just really wants to be grabbing more XP from these if he can. And Dargem we probably just want to be following on. What does Dargem have? He does have scouting and estates, which is actually pretty useful. That's a good secondary hero. And we are going to run out of moves before we manage to kill either of these fights, so I guess we just take these anyway. Yeah, we should be able to take this fairly trivially. And we will take the Wraiths. No, we don't want to lose any birds. I didn't consider the mana stealing aspect of this. Okay, we'll take the birds. We're definitely not going to take learning on Eovacius, Jesus. Right, so what have we got here? Throng of Harpies should be reasonably easy. I'm fine with losing 2 men of the sea. What have we got? We've got lots of Pit Fiends, which is a really easy fight. Throng of Fang Arms, not quite so easy. But lots of Pit Fiends is definitely an easy fight, so we'll think about taking that next turn. And Dargem can come up here and pick up some resources for us, since we can't make Eovacius fast with him this turn. Day 6 already, so I guess we just send Zelaire back north. He'll arrive here on day 7, which is... actually, he'll arrive here on day 1 again, which isn't ideal. I kind of forgot that he had those pirates, which are slowing him down. Andal does not have scouting, which is a bit of a shame. We could go all the way round, but... yeah, I don't think it's worth it. We'll just leave the Archdevils where they are. And lastly, we've got Astra, who's not really doing anything at all. But we don't really need her to do much either, so I think that's also fine. Nyx's is quite an expensive upgrade. I think maybe we just take the Tower of the Seas, because we're going to get plenty of crystal next turn, and we have still got our crystal specialist, even though we don't have a crystal mine. So we effectively do have a crystal mine, even though we don't, if that makes sense. Right, so we've got lots of pit fiends to take here with the Eovacius. Should be relatively easy. Yep, apparently it is. Good. And what have we got there? These are all level 2 spells, maybe? Yeah, I think all level 2s. Which is a good box to pick up, to be fair. And lots of sea dogs down here. Hopefully we can make them join, but no. Never mind. Would have been nice to add them. I would like more spell power, but I'm still going for knowledge at this point. I think I'm going to stop doing that very, very shortly. I've got 16 knowledge now, which gives us 240 max points. If nothing else, that's enough for 10 casts of clone. And Master Genies is actually pretty good. It's almost tempting just to take these Master Genies, actually. It would reduce my morale with Eovacius, which I don't really want to be doing. So I think we just wait for next turn and see what we end up with. Lena wants to be our next hero to use, and we probably just want to be sending her back through. Let's say back through. And of course we're one move away from being able to pick up these troops from Eovacius, of course. So Lena, I guess, just wants to get out of the way. Torosar can pick up XP. We'll definitely take basic diplomacy. We want that at some stage. And otherwise, I guess we go and grab some knowledge on Torosar. It's 1,000 gold, but I think it's probably worth it over the longer term. And we forgot to visit this windmill, it looks like, but we'll reach that next turn. So we've wasted a week's worth of resources from it, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah, these pirates are really slowing us down, unfortunately. Got a prison here. What's it actually guarded by? Lots of wraiths, so it's actually quite an easy fight. We'll take that when we're ferrying troops next time, because we'll start setting up a chain. It's not going to be ready for day one, but it will still be ready relatively soon. Okay, we've got lots of phoenixes guarding cannon yards, spell scroll, spellbinder's hat, and another spell scroll. So they're probably actually quite strong spell scrolls, but they'll probably also be for spells that we've banned. Is the most likely option, I think. We could build the grotto, but it's extremely expensive, so we're just not going to. Who have we got left in our tavern? We've got Alima, who's terrible, and Ainane, who's fine as a hero. I think that's fine though. We'll just end the turn there. We've got plenty of moves left to use, but we don't necessarily need to use them, so we'll just ignore that. And we could go and grab these nymphs with our Astra. Most importantly though, we grab the birds, Nyxes, and sea dogs. We're not going to build our sorceresses. We could build the Men of the Sea though. Yeah, let's buy the Men of the Sea, why not? And we'll upgrade our Nyx fort just so that's done. Means we could upgrade these Nyxes now, but we're not going to. We're just going to ignore them. We will pick up these nymphs on the way past. And we'll also pick up this water wheel on the way past, why not? So, Casametra's actually pretty much in the right spot, so we probably want her moving down here. We want Andal moving through this, so that he's ready. Zilair we want just doing his resource route again, so let's do that. Let's see what we got. A devil! Wow. It's tempting, but I'm not going to buy it. Could pick up 9 crewmates here, so I guess I might as well, since Torosar doesn't have a huge amount extra to do. We'll go and drop these off, though. And Darjam... I guess he could actually come up here and start exploring a little bit more. That's probably worthwhile. So let's just do that. Especially as Darjam has scouting, so yeah, let's do a bit of exploring with him, why not? And hopefully we can get these to join, but I think it's pretty unlikely without diplomacy. Let's hit the front stack with our sorceresses, move our crewmates up, and hit the middle stack with our pirates. And this should just kill this stack, and likewise. Okay, great. So that's a nice easy one. Empty. Okay. Wasn't really what I was expecting, but there we go. And pack of trolls. I think we should be fine to take some of these other fights with our other heroes here. That said, let's make sure that Eovacius keeps the Mystic Orb of Mana. And Lena can just go and take out these trolls for us. Okay, great, and we'll pick up the gold. And that's perfectly acceptable. And let's just take Wisdom, got basic offense. Got some giants as well, so that's fun. These titans are going to be way too much for us to take. Or we probably could take them actually, but we'll lose way too much of our army if we do, so we're not going to. And Andal. I guess Andal can figure out where we're going from here. Lena can move a bit more. Horde of Evil Eyes should just flee, I think. Ooh. We've got a really strong artifact pair here. Especially for Eovacius, given that he doesn't really have... Well, he doesn't have a shield at all, actually, let alone doesn't really have one. So we'll check out what that is with Lena next turn before we move on with her and bring these troops back. And I guess Andal's actually in a good spot to ferry troops further, so let's move up with Eovacius. Oh. We've also got a Titan's Cuirass up here. Interesting. Horde of Grand Elves, that's a relatively easy fight. Steel Golems is too. Dragonflies kind of suck, so we'll probably ignore those. Okay, I think we've got plenty to do here though. And Casametro can probably move reasonably far. Down here. I think probably down to here is okay. So let's end the turn there. First things first, let's move Astra along. Yeah, she could reach here, no problem at all. So, after that, she just really wants to be going back home. There's no reason for her to be out here at all. Casametro can move on. And can pass some soldiers back in a moment. Let's see what's guarding this. A horde of Cyclops. That could be a pretty horrible fight, but let's try it. Ooh. It's even more horrible than I thought. Let's kill as many Cyclops Kings as we can. Let's move our giants forward, so hopefully they're the ones that get hit. And we'll take the top stack. Nice. Okay, well at least they did go for the giants, that's good. And we should be able to kill a decent chunk of these. Alright, great. So, Cyclops King's next. Let's hit this top stack again. Okay, I'm not that fussed if they hit my Men of the Sea. That's kind of fine. Let's kill the rest of these Cyclops Kings. Alright, well, I think that was probably actually worse than the AI's auto-combat. But importantly, we did pick up some really, really good artifacts, and that really is the important thing here. Do we still have enough to make these Evil Eyes flee? I don't think I do. So let's pick everything back up with Andal. Casametra can pass over our reinforcements, which is actually quite helpful. Maybe we bring these Oceanids, even though they are kind of trash. And then Andal can pass these back on. I mean, I could take out this horde of leprechauns with Andal while I'm here, which I think is probably worth it. Let's just do it. Yep, great. So we'll take Expert Wisdom and the item. And then Eovacius can pick up his army again. Okay, and we'll definitely wear the Titan's Cuirass instead. And the Dragon Scale Shield I think is probably worth the losses we incurred there. I think so, anyway. It is a really, really good item, especially if I'm replacing no item with the Dragon Scale Shield. That makes it even stronger, of course. We should just be able to make these flee. Great. And we don't really need to take the Cyclops stockpile, so I think we'll just ignore it. And some of these fights are just a bit much for us. Does look like we've got the Pendant of Lion's Courage up there though, which is a fantastic item. I'm not sure it's as good as the Necklace of Swiftness overall, but it is pretty good. We should just be able to kill all of these so they're free XP. Open up these resources. And Horde of Sea Witches, I think we should just be able to make flee as well. No, apparently not. So let's blind the top stack. And then wait, and shoot. Can shoot the top stack as well. Crewmates can move forward. Okay, fine, they hit my Oceanids, so I really don't care about that. And I don't really want to be hit in melee by the bottom stack, so I guess we just wait. Do I have Magic Arrow? I don't even have Magic Arrow on this character. On this hero, even. Why are they not blinded? That's slightly confusing. I'm really, really not sure why they're not blinded. Okay. Whatever, I guess. And Seal of Sunset kind of sucks. Don't know if there's actually any point in us taking it, but we'll fight the guards for a devil. And we probably don't even want to pick up the devil on Eovacius at this point. Alright, so Throng of Battle Dwarves is quite an easy one. Lets us take, as is a pack of Psychic Elementals actually, and that lets us take 2 banks and the Black Tower, which is kind of a bank. And we'll be able to take out this Throng of Harpies pretty easily too, as well as this Horde of Mummies. So yeah, I think this is good. Zelaire just wants to be continuing with his resource route, of course. And Casametra wants to be just moving up for us a little bit so that we can use her for something next turn. I suppose likewise she could just go and pick up these resources for us, which is also pretty useful. 5 Mercury, I'm never going to say no to that. And then Torosar maybe just wants to be going back down to the south here and picking up this water wheel before the end of the week. Okay, we can explore a decent amount down here, which is nice. We're not going to be able to get through here, I don't think. Oh, we might actually be able to. Let's check it out. We could build our MG4. That's the most we're going to build since we're not allowed to use... Oh, Chain Lightning. Wow, that's really useful. And Frenzy. as well. That's actually pretty decent too. Alright, I think that's okay to end the turn. We've lost quite a lot of units this week, but we should still be fine, I think. There's another bank up here, actually. Let's hit the top stack with reduced defense. And top stack again, I guess. I think this should be fine to just hit. Yeah, great. We didn't lose a bird. And that's absolutely fine. We got one of the worst artifacts in the game, which is also fine, I guess. Basic estates. It would be tempting, but it's on our main hero, so we're not going to. Let's take the Horde of Mummies. Again, we shouldn't really use birds here. Alright, let's hit the top stack since we can at least get a full-powered shot. And get a full-powered shot there too. Perfect. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, I don't think there's anything there hiding that I can't see, so that's fine. We didn't pick up the campfire or the resources here, but we can do that with Andal. So let's do that. Ah, we can't get through there. I didn't realise. Okay, so Andal probably wants to be going this way too, so I can at least swap the armies around a little bit and do some more of these. There's yet another Naga bank here though, so we'll probably do all of these. I mean, to a large degree, we just might as well. There's not much else useful we can do with these heroes at this point, so let's just have a little bit of an explore around, see what we can see. And the Seer's Hut, Pendant of Dispassion. We have actually got the Head of Legion there, which, you know, isn't the best artifact, but the Legion statue is actually pretty awesome if you can manage to make the whole thing. And Astra really just wants to be in our main town for next week. We don't really have anything to build apart from the grotto, so yeah, I think we're good to end the turn. Eovacius probably just wants to smack these psychic elementals. Okay, and I should be able to just one-shot these. Yep, and likewise. Okay, good. I mean, that's fine for a maxi. Okay, great. So there's a load of banks done. I'm not going to bother going into this area, I don't think, at least not with the Eovacius. So we can send other heroes to hoover that stuff up. Let's send Andal first. Let's open the box. All level 2 spells, which we've already picked up on Eovacius. And I guess Casametra might as well just carry on up the road for us for now. Okay, well she can't get very far. That's fine. Taurus wants to be picking up birds for us. We've already visited all of this stuff, so that's fine. And we'll just about get to this. Just about. We'll get there with no problems at all, actually. Zalair just wants to grab some resources, then some pirates. Might as well grab some knowledge while we're next to it this time. And Astra's not doing anything. Lena just wants to check out what's up here, which is nothing. Okay, good. And then we've just got Dargem, who's doing a bit of exploring for us. Oh, we've also got the Loins of Legion here. Okay. And we can pick up this sulfur without actually fighting, which is good. So I think we're good to end the turn already. Hmm. Seeing another hero in that area, that's good. Or it's interesting, at least. Yeah, Harpies should be trivial. Nope. Again, we really shouldn't be losing anything to a load of Harpies. And it'll probably one shot. Yep, cool. So that's expert earth magic. Still no diplomacy, which I'm pretty disappointed with. Diplomacy would probably make the sort of complete the full set, so to speak. Expert earth magic though does mean that we now have expert slow. So even though it's quite a tough fight, I think we take a horde of Nyxes. Then we can just wait on everything. Okay, let's just defend. We'll hit this top stack with our sorceresses. And bottom stack with our pirates. We probably don't want to be going in on these yet because we'll lose some birds. I think we can just wait on everything again and just hope for no morales. Yeah, no morales, good. I think we do use clone here though. If nothing else, it'll give us a lot more units to use. I think we can just defend on our Nyxes. Okay, so they've got slow and weakness. If I go and smack these with my Men of the Sea, I will lose some, which is fine. But most importantly, that means their retail has already gone. Which means I can go and hit them with these, which will be a double hit. I could use 10 mana blinding these Nyxes. I don't know if it's worth it though. I think it's better off I just lose a bird here. I lost 2 birds, fine. I maybe didn't actually need to lose... Yeah, I definitely didn't need to lose those birds, fair enough. Alright, well, I can just add that to the list of badly done fights that I've done so far this playthrough. Horde of Whites should be fairly easy for us next turn. Okay, we can't get through there, and we couldn't take a throng of magic elementals regardless, so... Let's see... Oh, we can't get through here at all. The Fang Arms and the Devils kind of prevent us, which is a shame. It's a bit of free gold, and we'll just wait here with Torosar. We've got absolutely tons of gold now, actually, because of all those banks. And I do need to be deciding at some point soon which of my secondary heroes I'm actually going to be using. Oh, Pendant of Free Will. Haven't we actually got that? Yeah, we actually do. That's kind of nuts. So let's take Casametra. We'll grab this box with Casametra. Another all tier 2 spells box. Alright, well, it's getting pretty boring getting tier 2 spell boxes every time. I guess we take the resources here and then just move Andal up so that he's in range to go and drop off the pendant next turn. And Torosar's not got anything to do. Maybe Torosar is the one that I actually build up in the end. Hmm, 20,000 XP, wow. That's actually a lot of XP for a hero at this level. We'll take offense, we'll take logistics. Air magic's tempting, but I mean, almost every spell that we would use there, apart from Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning, are banned, so tempting, but probably no use. Alright, so that's actually pretty big. Let's take some of these arties off as well, since we don't need these. Could always sacrifice them at the grotto, I suppose. Be slightly unnecessary, but we could. And then Casametra just wants to be moving down. We'll take that pendant, and Andal can go and deliver it. Huh. I mean, 5k gold is probably the worst reward I could have got, bearing in mind our position at the moment, but that's okay. No, shouldn't lose any birds here. Oh, they are going to drain my mana though, I didn't think about that. And we'll take the gold. The other resources we're just going to leave here. These guys are both empty, so we can't make Eovacius fast again. So it's been a pretty slow episode for Eovacius. And Taurusar's just staying where he is. Lena can make Eovacius fast, that's good. Alright, good, so Eovacius is quick again for next turn. We've picked up basically everything that we can. So I think actually we just wait here with Zelaire. There's no point moving all the way back to the top of the trail there. Lena doesn't even have a spell book, so lots of wyverns could suck. Lots of demons should be okay though. Again, they're absolutely determined that I lose some units. Perfect. Well done, Lena. And she is level 10 now, which is pretty nice. With a decent skill set too. What else have we got? We've got Darjum with an okay skill set for a secondary hero. And Casametra as well, with a very, very decent skill set. So I think we're okay with that. I think Casametra is probably going to be one of our secondary heroes in this instance. In that case, Taurusar probably will be too, and might as well use Lena, because she's already got quite a lot of XP. I'm going to upgrade the Maelstrom while we're here. No reason not to, since we've got plenty of spare gold. And we have got Manfred and Genova. Genova's really nice just because she has the gold specialty. It's almost tempting just to buy Genova. I mean, especially as Astra doesn't actually give us anything special at all. So I think maybe we actually just dismiss Astra. I think this is the right play. No, not quite yet. We make sure that Nagash actually has the torsos. Then we'll dismiss Astra. And we're going to buy Genova, because she'll pay for herself in a week. Oh, whoops. So we'll just dismiss all of these. She's now got Sea Serpents, which is great. And she can also take one of these torsos, because we're nearly at the end of the week. But yeah, that's much better. Gold Specialist. We can always bring her to another town and just dump her in a garrison when we actually find another town. So I think everyone's where they want to be for day 7. This is fine. It's possible that Genova could actually go and take these out. I don't want to though, I just want to stay here for the extra bird generation, I suppose. Alright, so first things first. Okay, got another empty box. That explains why it was such an easy fight to do. And Eovacius wants to take these wyverns, because that's going to be a pretty horrible fight to do. Or potentially is a horrible fight anyway. It might not be. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this should be fine. Good, no monarchs. So yeah, this really should be easy. In theory. Yep, nice and easy, okay. We won't bother with the picket. I will take the Royal Griffins, though. Almost tempted not to bring my birds, just so that the auto-combat doesn't kill them. Every time. Oh, morale. Perfect. Diplomacy. That's literally the skill we've been waiting for. Amazing. Okay. Fantastic. So... this is a really, really strong guard. But it is guarding a lot of really good stuff, too. Horde of Magi. I hope we can just make these flee. We can. And lots of bounty hunters. Oh! I just kind of assumed that these would flee as well, if I'm honest. We can't clone our birds, right? Oh no, we can. We can clone our birds. So... wait, are we going to be able to reach these things? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, let's do that. Oh, I didn't think about the gunslingers. Yeah, that wasn't the best. Wasn't the best thought out plan I've ever had. If I'm honest. Got some easy fights here though, which is always good news. Let's see what we get day one. Probably not going to be as cool as a devil or something like that, but you never know. We might get something cool. Let's take the gold, the campfire. We won't flag the Hall of Sins because it's pretty useless to us overall, frankly. And Lena can take a few of these fights for us down here next turn, hopefully. Looks like there's a Greater Null's Flail, which would be... I was going to say an upgrade, but we already have the Greater Null's Flail, so it's actually exactly the same. Right, already in the right spot there. I guess we want to start sending some of these heroes back to be chain heroes, realistically. Probably somewhere around there is fine. Genova's staying where she is for this week. She's just generating gold for us. Plenty of moves for next turn with these Haspids. Taurusar's in the right spot. So yeah, it's just Eovacius we've really got left to do anything with. Let's take out these Oceanids. Yeah, we do want to take dwarves. Get this Marletto tower for the extra defense. And Lena next turn. I think she should be able to just grab the troops and bring them down here and clear this out. So I think that's what we'll do. Otherwise, Eovacius can just stick to the road, though, I think. But I am going to call the episode there, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.